Sir Nigel, hello.
Colonel,
Welcome.
I am here with the greatest of trepidation today because you have issued the command from headquarters that today
HQ.
we do
Yes.
the thing I fear. As an electric power chord playing punk guitarist, the very last thing in the world I want to do is what you're making me do today. Why are we doing this?
It's our first, so episode 62, it's our first acoustic show out of 62. That's why. Because we haven't done one.
Look, so it is with immense trepidation that I approach the acoustic guitar, because after a few years of mastering a decent sound out of a power chord, I pick one of these up, I'm pretty terrible.
They're a little bit more unforgiving. I think that's what it is. So to get volume control and a bit of technique is a bit harder.
It is.
You need to hold back a bit with these things sometimes.
I'm pretty sure there's some famous musicians in their time were pretty happy to play an acoustic though. So
Absolutely. We're going to have a look at a few today. Especially look at poor Tony Joe.
It's been that week. Well, it hasn't been a while. It's been a while since somebody died.
Yes.
Tony Joe.
We were due for one.
Tony Joe, the blackest white man who ever lived in terms of vocals and blues and those kind of things. And a nice thread running through our show today because he was a big Muscle Shoals musician.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
A few people will know his songs, and I'm willing to bet he might have been there at the time our other mates were at Muscle Shoals recording a song that we're going to have a crack at today as well.
Oh, I love that. I love that doco.
Oh yeah,
That's so cool. Well, now what are you playing there?
I'm playing, hiding behind here. Hello, this gigantic monster of a guitar. Like that. That's the other thing. Is that
they're
quite
big.
large, aren't they?
Yes,
Like,
we're on two
come in
dreadnoughts.
They come in different sizes, don't they?
They do. So you are on a D28, a Martin, John Lennon signature guitar, just a cheapie that I've given Nigel.
Yeah, well, the only way he could get me to do this episode was to say, you can play the most expensive acoustic guitar you will ever play in your life. And I'm going, okay, you had me at expensive.
Yes, well, that's a dreadnought size.
Yeah.
So that's just your classic guitar shape, especially great for strumming along two songs.
And the pickups in this one, humbuckers or single coil?
Two humbuckers. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. So I am on an Eastman.
It's got some vintage on it by the looks of it.
Well, this is actually, so Eastman are a company, a fairly modernish company. It's made in China. And they basically do, I mean, this is kind of like
a man from the East.
A man from the East, an East man. Is it too early for those jokes? No, it's never too early. So this is like a J45 Gibson copy.
Right.
So you can get these new for about $1,500. This is a second-hand one. I think we've got $900 or $1,000 on it.
Right.
But I'm just here to say, you don't need to go and, although I would like you to buy the John Lennon Martin. You don't have to. You can have a much more reasonably priced guitar under $1,000 and strum along and make it sound cool.
So the acid test today is, can a $4,950 John Lennon signature edition Martin,
That's a second-hand price too, folks. It's not new.
actually cover up my numptiness at getting the chords quite correct?
Well, here's a tip. If you're a big hitter like Sir Nigel and you bang them out of the park on electric, when you come to acoustic, just hold back a bit.
Okay.
Just hold back a bit. Not sort of, don't be heavy with them, because if you're heavy, it kind of sounds, it's too much. But if you're light and think like Keith. Don't probably live like Keith.
I know.
But think like Keith.
So the Keith Richards is one of the great enigmas of this whole thing, and loved his acoustic.
Yes.
But a Gibson, like the J45, or
I think he does play Gibsons. I'm pretty sure the Rolling Stones do play Gibsons.
They all do. They've got that kind of florid bird pattern on
He might be on a Gibson Hummingbird or a Dove.
Yeah.
If you know the guitar that Keith Richards uses mostly for acoustic, write it up now. We have some people on.
Yeah, I mean, considering he's the world's greatest rhythm guitarist, I have to salute the fact, if he thinks it's a good idea, Colonel, I'll give it a go.
Live it like Keith. Ian Anderson is on. Thanks for the Tony Joe White tribute. Oh, no problem. It's coming. We're going to do some Tony.
We're going to have a crack.
Michael Ray's on.
Of course.
He was second today, though.
Oh!
He didn't win.
I wonder if Michael's like me and eschews the acoustic end of the spectrum.
Are you an acoustic player, Michael? Nat Abood is on.
Oh, Nat.
G'day.
We're doing a secret project together at work.
Are you? Can you tell me about it?
It is.
Right here.
There goes the secret, Nat. Sorry, mate. It's around adopting some of Amazon Alexa's AI and voice interaction.
Wow.
So voice interaction into some of the systems, getting some intelligent answers back. Because do you know what? Australians are the laziest people on the planet.
Well,
this is a fact.
Okay. So Nigel, he's put that down
huge,
as a fact.
Huge.
Yes.
Exhibit A, how long do Australians wait for an Uber? Because Uber track this globally, right?
Right.
So, the clue is on what does Uber tell you how far away the car is when you first log in. Because they know, Australians, they get there on the Uber and they go, "Oh, you're kidding me, I'm not waiting that long, mate. No way." Jeez. How long is too long for an Australian before they cancel their Uber?
I will say 8 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
The most impatient people in the world.
I saw a little bit of that. I went into the city yesterday on the tram, and man, oh man, at peak hour.
Yeah,
it's no good.
It's a scrum.
Hey,
so anyway, the project is to cut out the typing. Just talk.
Yes. Yeah.
How's my sales numbers going? You'll just walk. You won't have JB. You'll just walk over to the computer and go, "How many guitars have we sold this week? Who have we got for a lesson?
How many bras do you need this week, Colonel?"
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens. Yep. Hey, not to make you any more nervous about playing acoustic guitar, but Jimmy Hocking has joined.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy, I'm so sorry.
Have you seen Jimmy on acoustic?
No, only electric, but I can only. He probably subscribes
you probably don't want to.
Probably subscribes to the same thing. I think about acoustic being good for punters like me. It's going to out me. It's going to out me the fact I can't land a B minor chord. You've chosen a song with a gigantic amount of B minors on it. Yes. Hey, I'll tell you my other Keith Richards trivia for the week.
Yes, please.
So when we go to London, Leslie and I, we stay with a friend Caroline in Walthamstow. End of the Victoria line, dog racing, lovely suburb, massively gentrified, full of Kiwis and Australians now. Keith Richards' grandmother was the mayor of Walthamstow.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like incredible. She was Mrs. Richards. She was his dad's mum.
That's kind of cool.
That's his left-leaning side. His artistic side comes from his grandmother's side.
Oh,
the Duprees were travelling musicians.
I've read his book, but it was a while ago, so I'm kind of... I don't remember the whole thing.
Look,
that's
a
great book.
He'll be greatly missed when he goes, aged 75 now.
Yeah.
Good heavens. That's a good innings.
That is, for him, that's amazing. Well, should we do Wild Horses?
I would love to do Wild Horses.
This is in standard... You'll be right. Just be like Keith. Like, what Keith might do is he'll play a B minor, and then he might just take he'll take a bit of a pause and he'll come back to it.
He has had a series of guitarists to make up for him on the other side, though, isn't he?
Folks, we're going to have a look at Wild Horses. We'll come back and talk Amazon Alexa after this.
And other technical things. So,
wow.
Yeah, Wild Horses, important song to me. That's a family song because this is my young Tammy's only cover that she does.
Let's talk more Tammy. She's doing pretty. Is she
80,000 downloads on Spotify now.
Number 20.
Number 20 in Australia with Beat You Down, which is loving that. Cool. So I do need to be able to play this one.
Tama, are you coming on the show sometime?
Come on, he's teaching me to play. Come on the show, and I'll try not to mess it up.
Les Paul Gibson is on. Boy, do I have a treat for you this afternoon. It won't be live, but I'll be putting up some videos of
a guitar.
A particular guitar that you won't believe when it's here. I don't even believe it's coming in, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
Let's not jinx it.
Let's not jinx it. Here we go.
Okay, Wild Horses, just proving that Keith Richards and the acoustic guitar are a fine combination.
Let's do it. This is like a studio, sort of a Don Was side outtakey thing that they did. But it's a little bit more in tune. So we're
It's a lovely video on YouTube if you look it up.
I'll put this on
Rolling
Patreon
Stones,
as well
Wild
if you want to learn it.
Horses. Yep. Right, we're starting with a G.
Wild Horses?
We haven't
We go
recently,
to
but
G
we
to
did,
A
yeah.
minor. It's
Right.
not written down there. That's it. Not yet. Now.
I'll get it set up.
It's easy to do the things you wanted. I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know how I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. This wild horses can't drag me away. Wild, wild horses can't drag me away. Well, I watched you suffer. Don't hit me, man. Now you decided to show me the same, but no sweet thing exists. Oh, I'm stage line to make me feel better or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Well, you know, I forgot to mention, if we vanish, we're on Twitch.
Yeah, Rolling Stones. They know what to do.
I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I got my freedom, but I don't have
Well, we always wanted.
That's kind of nice.
Did we survive the internet squids, Colonel? And are we now only broadcasting on Twitch? That is the question.
That'd be a bit sneaky of us to just come in a few words, a song, and then we're gone.
Yeah,
but
it's like-
let's see, are we still here? I'm not sure.
No chance. No chance.
chance?
My guessing is...
Oh,
Woohoo!
how about that? We're here. Is it wild horses or is it wild horsies? Or have I just been watching too many children's
You've been
things?
watching, what is it, that shark video like 1 million times.
Which video is that?
Mama Shark?
Mama Shark. No, I haven't seen
Oh
them.
my goodness.
That's not that huge 21-foot massive shark, is it?
No, this is the kids' song.
Oh.
Japanese or Chinese kids' song.
Oh.
Absolutely taken the world by storm.
Jesus.
If you were to do songs by plays, it would be #1 globally right now.
Right, wow.
That's this day and age of the internet. I bet you the Wiggles wish they'd figured that one out.
Hey, what do all fairy tales have in common? What do all fairy tales have in
A
common?
wicked stepmother,
Yes, check.
an animal,
Yeah, a fox or a wolf.
yeah. No, I don't know.
Well,
You read a lot more than I do. I tend to read.
I'm reading a ton at the moment. It's either your mother is kind of not very good
Yeah,
because she always leaves home,
sure.
and then your father has really terrible taste in women because he always marries a mean stepmother.
Yeah.
And then she treats you really nasty. So they'll like leave, if you're a child and your mother leaves and you get a stepmother, the
Right.
chances are that they might take you out to the forest and leave you.
Yeah, but I bet you they write some good blues tunes as a result.
Probably do.
It's like-
Probably do.
This is what all the good blood means.
Speaking of blues tunes,
Yeah.
speaking of blues, should we switch guitars?
Well, you should. You're going to have to pry this one out of my cold
You can
dead
keep
hands,
playing
to
that.
be honest.
Why not? Let's see
I
who's
almost
on.
landed.
I will
I
switch
almost
it.
landed that B minor. I love Keith's style. Is play the chord beforehand and then get yourself set up so you're all good.
Yes, yeah.
What do you do when you're like me and that is a painful chord to land? Am I just going to go repeat, land a B minor, like all day until it becomes intuitive?
Well, I think if you're playing a song and it has a chord movement that you're struggling with, the best
Yeah.
thing to do is just do it over and over again, like a drill. So sometimes I'll make people do military style drills. Give me 20. It's 1, 2,
Right.
3. But the other
I
trick,
obviously pay you too much money for you to treat me that poorly.
well, but the other thing is you don't want to take your fingers too far away.
No.
And a lot of people do this sort of stuff, and I call it
Yeah.
the run up, right? They'll do this.
Yes.
Like they're casting a spell and then they come back, and that's a huge mistake. So, I might get the second camera out and we'll have a look at this J.
Look,
Leonard
it is.
guitar.
The art on this one is absolutely magnificent.
I'm
of
liking
course.
that a lot. Excuse me, folks. There's some more
Yeah.
people on. We'll say hello in a moment.
Yeah, very
Michael
good.
Ray says mainly hummingbirds, at least in the photos. Mainly hummingbirds for the
There you
the
go, that one.
Stones.
They've got one of them plays one of those ones with the pick guards on both sides, which is an odd-looking guitar.
I think you did very well on that song, though, sir.
Oh, thank you. I'm pretty sure it's 80% the guitar and 20% fear that I would mess it up. But
Well, let's have a look here. So this is the
What have we
John
got?
Lennon
yeah, and there is.
signature.
I'm going to put
Well,
it just down on the floor so people can see the
yeah.
wonderful. That is a John Lennon. Actually, that's his sketch.
Yes, it is.
That's his sketch of himself that they've inlaid with the most beautiful pearl or otherwise.
A bit of John Lennon
And,
DNA on the guitar.
Also, I point out to you
Scraped it off the curve.
the CND peace sign.
Yeah, right.
Now, I am going to stump you with the most unbelievable trivia today, Colonel. Is where does this peace sign come from?
Wow.
It's trust me, it's not a Mercedes-Benz logo. Michael will know this. He's an erudite man of.
What sort of era are we looking at? Is
World
it World War
It's a
One?
wartime thing.
World War One?
At least as old as that. Wow. Possibly older.
Is it a German thing?
No.
Damn. All right.
It's a
I
code.
am stumped.
Let
It's
me
a
give
code.
you. Yeah.
Give me a clue.
Semaphore.
No.
So
It's
the
not
reason
gonna
I
work
know
for me.
particularly is that is my symbol.
Oh.
Because that is the semaphore signal for an N, the two flags down at an angle,
Yes.
and a D, one flag straight up over your head.
Oh.
ND, nuclear disarmament.
Really? Wow.
That is the peace sign. There you go.
go.
You are all equipped to win the pub quiz now.
Wow, you've won your meat tray.
This one, I mean, it's got my name on the back of it, Colonel. ND.
Where's the sir?
Like, maybe that's the kind
It's
of
the paperwork in the case.
The wobbly bit around the outside.
Can we have a look at the inlays on the fretboard?
Oh my God, they are just beautiful.
Check this thing out.
So the glasses.
You got the granny glasses. You've got the
Sun Studios.
sun. Is right? Is that it? Looks like it, doesn't it? Sort of.
And maybe this is Yoko.
The sun and the moon and the stars. Yeah.
I think that might be Yoko. I'm not sure. But it is.
I think the lyrics from his song, Sun, Moon, Stars, something.
Is this number 65 in a series? Made by the Martin Company of Pennsylvania.
There we go. How about that, sir? Well, very well done, Nigel.
Thank you.
You hung in there, man.
I think it was good advice, holding back a bit.
Yes, definitely.
Because it does ring out beautifully
Absolutely.
and makes me sound.
Absolutely. Should we stick with these and do one more, or should I grab another one?
Well, I think you've got to show. I'd like to hear you, because there's a pretty tatty-looking guitar sitting next to you.
This one?
I want you to
This bad boy?
prove me something that you don't have to spend $4,950 on a modern,
Okay.
Well,
let's have a look.
craftsman's piece of art to actually sound half decent.
This is a harmony guitar, and I think this is from the 30s.
Yeah.
It's from the 30s, and it's been redone.
So redone meaning
Neck
fixed
neck
up and
resets,
stuff,
and it's had a truss rod put in it.
Right.
And, I'm just going to give it a bit of a tune, actually, but. So
Well,
I think
so
we
this
might.
is actually, if you were, if you're thinking about the blues and the eras, this is a Robert Johnson era guitar.
This is, yeah. We might. I think we might do a Robert Johnson number. What do you say?
I'm
Should
up
we
for
do
that.
The Devil, Me and the Devil Blues.
I'd love to. The Eric Clapton version or the Robert? I mean, Robert Johnson was absolutely unique, wasn't it?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, now, if Jimmy's watching, he'll probably be laughing at this, but when the only way I can work out Robert Johnson numbers is that's the one, man. Is to listen to Clapton work them out for me, and then I can do it. Because when I listen to those old Robert Johnson recordings, it's like, and I'm like, what the? I can't make it out. But I listen to Clapton, it's like, oh, all right, that makes sense. Yeah. So it's a blues in A. Whoop.
Oh, listen to that. Oh my goodness. Trying to see what on earth you're doing there.
Yeah, do you remember this one? I will. Let's have a quick run through.
Let's have a run through.
Yeah. So I'm just
Me
taking
and the Devil Blues.
Me and the Devil Blues. I'm just taking I'm
Which
taking
is-
under D7 shape.
This is
the text
an
now.
archetypal tip into the dark side of music. This is the song that made people start to believe the myth of Robert Johnson.
Yes, yes.
Do you know there's a Robert Johnson artifact I'm dying to own, and I've not pulled it off yet?
What is it?
It's a crossover of my worlds of tech and Asia and stuff. It's the manga comic.
Right.
It's called Me and the Devil Blues. If anybody of you have got this out there, we'd love to see this at the Colonel. 3-part comic series, manga, so the whole Japanese style.
Yes.
Translated back into English for the limited edition English version.
Right.
And it's the life of Robert Johnson in the most beautifully told.
Wow.
I've only seen screen caps and PDFs of it. It's super rare, like we're talking maybe 1,000 in the print run. They're like, if you can find a new one, hundreds of dollars.
I'll tell you who may have one. Your little employee or large employee, young Nat.
You
He's
reckon?
a huge manga head.
And he-
and he's 33% real robot as well.
Yeah, he is.
So-
Nad, have you got Me and the Devil Blues? Because bring it to work on Monday.
Or you're out.
because I've tried to buy it several times and struggled with, the internet has not yet quite solved the buying things in another country. And you like, how much PayPal money do I want to risk from some German backstreet online vendor, Berlin dude wanting to sell it to me?
Yeah,
So
no, he's a big fan of that sort of stuff. Well, let's have a look. I'm taking a D7 shape. I'm going to take my first finger and I'm going to slide up to fret 8.
oh, okay, so it's not a D7 anymore.
It's the same shape. It's still the same shape. Keep going. That's it. Now, one more. That's it. That's where I'm going to start. And that's actually an A7 now. I'm going to slide down. It's like a diminished. One more. It's a G7. And then just an A and a... And then I'm going to do my little...
like that mini A is gorgeous.
Yeah. Sounds great on that Lennon.
Yeah, so I'm picking up that. My A as well. So
There's a bit of Neil Boland for you. And then it's a quick jump into the little turnaround intro.
What's the last chord?
E7. Yeah. Yeah, you can play that one. Now I might, instead of playing the chord, I might do a...
Yeah, you do some fiddly bits.
And then, instead of playing an A, say we're playing an A in an open, I'm just going to slide that up to fret 5.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this, but no, I'm just going to use 2 fingers. So there's that's like an A7. I'm going to drop it down. D7. So that was an A to a diminished. Back to here. E7, D7, turn around.
Did you hit an E before the...
Yeah, I put this little, so after you've done this D7.
Oh, you did an E and an F sharp.
F sharp, A, then the turn around. That's it.
I associate this with ZZ Top.
Yeah. It's a bit harder to play on this. That's my excuse.
Well, I think the ghost of Robert Johnson has entered the room with that guitar.
This is great, actually.
It is.
I'm really loving it.
The sound is so haunting. Wow, just shows you. It's not a dreadnought that either, I can tell, because it's I look like Frodo behind my giant Gandalf guitar, but you actually look normal size. What's that called?
You sound like Frodo too, because he was from New Zealand.
Frodo,
did you know that? This is it's not quite a parlour, so this would be the size down from that, I'm guessing. I don't actually know what the model size is on this. If you know the model size, it's not a triple O. Well, actually, it might be like a triple O.
It's very thin in the body. It's not like a big giant. This one here, I feel like I'm holding my guitar out here and playing in comparison to it.
Yeah, but that's I mean, that's the thing is, I find if you have a dreadnought, you can play so many different styles. You can strum to a song, or you can do blues. Which one of these? It's like if I was doing the song before, actually it sounds okay. It's not too bad. I think the smaller you go in body, those strumming chords is not great, so they're better for finger style and whatnot. But
right. And the key factor, which I'm a little boggled by, is for the price of these guitars, there's 0 microphones in them.
Right. Yeah.
How on earth do you play these on stage?
Man, we are way behind in our
acknowledging our comments.
Yes.
Acknowledging our
Michael
friends.
Ray, Karma, not Karama. Karma, not Karama. Not sure what that means. Roy Patton, CND.
CND, Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament.
There we go. Roy's on it. Instant Karma. Oh, Michael Ray, Instant Karma. And we all shine on like the moon and the sun and the stars. Hello. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Terry Stalker, R.I.P.
I'd have-
Tony Joe White. Yes, sir.
I would totally have that bloke on my
That
pub
would be
trivia quiz team.
Man, we got to go to...
We should play the song.
yeah, we should play the song. Let's do it. We're going to do
Again,
Me and the Devil Blues.
if we're lost, please come and find us on Twitch.
You can find us... Oops, excuse me. Oop. Find us on Twitch. It's twitch.tv. Me and the Devil. You can see how well prepared I am. The Devil Blues. I want the Clapton version. Clapton. A 3, a 2. Let's do it.
Early this morning, knocked upon my door. Early this morning, they knocked upon my door. And I said, hello, Satan,
D7.
I believe it's time.
Hey. Turn it on.
Me and the devil were walking side by side. Me and the devil were walking side by side. I'm gonna beat my woman until I get satisfied. She said you don't see why that I'm a dog around. She said you don't see why that I'm a dog around. It must be that old evil spirit so deep down in the ground. You may burn my body, I'm on the highway side. I don't care where you burn my body. You may burn my body, I'm on the highway side. Oh, my old evil spirit, take the ground first.
Wow. I like the way these two guitars play together.
So do I. This is like, we just need a couple of beers. Okay, it's a little bit,
Yeah,
it's a little bit early.
a little bit early in
It's about
the
5
day.
minutes too early in the
But
day,
this is
but
just a couple of blokes sitting on the porch.
porch stuff.
Picking and grinning.
Yeah, guy on a dready and a guy on whatever this is, and it sounds kind of nice. This really works for that style of...
It does. And a lot of cut through. Show me one of those,
Absolutely.
your little riffs you're playing.
Oh, well, when you're playing the A section, so you do that part, and I'll do the high part. 3,
Okay.
4.
I went too
Try it again.
long.
Yes. Try one more time.
It's
one more
jazz,
time.
all of a
It's
sudden.
jazz. You jazzed
Yeah.
it.
All
Okay.
right.
3, 4. So when I'm playing that, I might I'll take so there's a D7. I'll take my first finger
Oh, that's nice.
and I'll hammer it on and off.
Do you know
and then
me
I'll use
feet
my-
on an acoustic guitar? as
No,
I've just
especially on
discovered?
this old thing. It's kind of cool. But And I'll use my thumb. I stole that off Keith Richards, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Thumb over the F sharp. So, yeah.
So for the casual observer who's a power chord nut, there's a lot of sevens and minors in the blues. Why is that about?
Well, for me, being the blues expert that I am, not really.
Neil, are we still on, by the way?
Oh, we better check if we're on. I'm just rambling away. We're still on.
Which is
we are still on.
Hooray!
Look, okay. I need to get Jimmy Hocking here to talk about
Neil,
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, precisely.
Or Neil. But for me, a 7 chord is a mix of minor and major. And to me, it has a more blue sounding feel, if that kind of makes sense. So if I play a D major, well, that's too happy.
Super bright.
You know, I've been drinking down at the railroad. You know, I mean,
again.
Again. And that just sounds too happy. But minor can work for the blues.
Oh yeah, that's a Paul Kelly chord, that one.
I've been drinking down at the railroad. I don't really do a Paul Kelly, unfortunately. No. But a 7 has both of them.
It's just it is the blues personified.
Right. I think the just the you know, the blues scale and those chords, and it just you put it together. It's so simple. And really all I'm doing, I mean, it's just a blues in A, like, you know, me and the devil, you know, and then you can play an A7 and a D7 and an E7 and still make that song sound great. You don't have to go and do all that sort of stuff. But anyway, this sounds killer.
So simple. Like if you wanted the sound of the blues, you want the Delta in your lounge room, this is the guitar.
We have a lounge room and we have this guitar. Shall I swap to a new guitar?
Please, because I'm sticking to this one. Sorry, I'm not going to get to play this very often.
How are we going? Oh, we've got 10 minutes. I think we better do a Tony Joe.
I'm happy with that.
We're going to do a Tony?
I can actually strum out a bit. He's an E7 man from memory.
All right. Well, now Tony Joe, I think I saw a video of him doing this, and I'm sure...
Poor bugger, like 70. Like, got to birthday and died. That's
really? Was his birthday? Oh,
well, it was my birthday in July, I think. And, you know, got over the line. He's probably a hard-living fellow. Probably, you know, used a fair chunk of his liver cells up in his early younger days.
I think the average age for a professional musician is not super high. Does anyone? Michael Ray will know that. Michael Ray, average age for a working musician, please.
Yeah, it'd be like the last quartile occupied by the Rolling Stones, the Hollies, and one or two very, very rare individuals.
It's not great. Now, look, this is kind of a blues in E, but it doesn't follow the standard format.
Okay.
Blues in E.
What are you playing it on? That's got LGO written on it.
Okay, folks.
Local government organisation.
This is from one of the great years of all time. It's the same as me. It's 1969, and
well, that's got a distinctive tone. I mean, compared to this, it's a ukulele.
This is okay. So this is an LGO. So O being the size, I'm guessing.
Well, now I do know a little bit about that actually, because that was the entry level guitar.
This is the entry level guitar. Now this one has a spruce top, and most of them did not have a spruce top. So this is a bit rarer. 1969.
Yep.
Pretty much all original. In fact, the owner sent this down from Port Macquarie. He's an American guy. If you're watching, sir, hello. And he bought it in '69 as a student guitar.
That's a great story.
Right? So he's just getting a bit on now. He's like 120 or something.
Yeah.
And he's going to send it off to a nice new home.
I think that's great. That's a great story. Someone Now, does it sound bluesy? It doesn't sound as bluesy as Mr. Johnson there, but
No. But it's pretty
Bit
cool.
of
I mean,
an
compared to the
all-rounder.
student guitars of today, you know. I mean, this is American made.
got some serious vintage on it. Do you know what? So far, I'm not actually missing an electric guitar. That's pretty
See, I
something,
told
isn't
you
it?
you could do it.
It's
How
this
about
is
that?
fun. This
might be
fantastic.
the first in many an acoustic session.
Maybe we
it's
should.
kind of fun. We've got to do
Yeah.
it some more. Ladies and
I'm a
gentlemen.
bit burned by my childhood having to play. I learned first on a nylon stringed acoustic.
Ooh, it's like
and,
the worst thing you can
like
do,
playing,
seriously.
playing Greensleeves was the reason I didn't go back to guitar for 30 years.
I'll
Can
give
you
you
play Greensleeves, by the way?
I can.
Do you know what? Because the nicest,
But I can't
the
bloody remember it.
nicest people in the world can play Greensleeves, but don't.
Yeah. I choose not to. There you go. It's one of those when you come here and have a lesson and learn to read. It's one of those unfortunate things in the timing of 3 that I make you do. But okay, Tony Joe. So it's not quite a blues. It's more a swamp blues. So instead of putting a B in, he'll put a G, right? So the beginning of it is just basically holding an E.
I love it chugging on an E on this thing.
That's it.
It's got an E about 4 octaves below a bison. It's quite brilliant.
Yeah, so if you hang that on that E and then he starts singing, it's still an E.
Yep.
It goes to an A, it goes back to the E, and then it's a G and an A and a G and an A.
Does he do an A minor or an A?
A. Pretty sure it's an A.
We got to make it up.
do it.
We're sitting on the porch, picking and grinning.
We're sitting on the porch, folks. Is there anyone else? Oh, man, we've got heaps of people on. Bill Hat... can you see that, Nigel? Hat Zit...
Not from here.
It's
It's Bill.
That's a New Zealand name, surely.
Bill's here.
G'day, Bill. More blue
Kia ora, Bill.
notes than those other chords, right?
Oh, look.
That's in the blue zone. Okay,
David
yeah.
Martin, I've got his
That's
guitar.
true. There we go. David Martin, that Harmony Blues acoustic from the famous...
economist. How much is it?
Boom! He got you! You've been got, sir.
How much is it? Like $10,000?
Just it. How much is it? The Harmony, I think it's like $1,300 or something. It's not very expensive.
That's an incredible antique.
Yeah. So, and this is like $1,300 too.
Yeah.
So,
This is $5,000. You can't buy this one unless you really. This is a collector's item though. That's
Yeah,
a
there's
fair
not
old
many of-
discount from
yeah.
a brand new one, and they
Yeah.
only made a few. So
I only made a few. If you
bet you
like
it comes
John
with a
Lennon,
case too.
come on down and get one. All right, folks. Tony Joe. Poor Tony Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chug on the E,
You chug it
and
now.
the A, and the D.
It's Poke. And of course, Elvis does a killer version of this too.
I know,
But,
and you know, I had no idea he did this song. I know the song clearly. I mean,
it's great. There's a great live clip of him doing it in the jumpsuit when he was trim and fit. Man.
Hulk.
And then there's a bad live clip of him doing it in about 76 or something, which is not great.
I'm in that Elvis era now.
Some of y'all never been down south too much. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this so that you understand what I'm talking about. Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields. Looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it poke salad. alligators look tame. Poke salad, Annie. Poke salad, Annie. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on a chain. A mean businesswoman. Every day for supper time, she'd go down by the truck patch and pick her a mess of poke salad and carry it home in a tow sack. Salad, Annie. The gators got you plenty. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on a chain. Rich and spiteful, straight raised the total moment. Lord, I'm gonna take my best of it. Her daddy was lazy and unkempt, claimed he had a bad back. All her brothers were big for stealing watermelons out of my truck patch. Poke salad, Annie. Gators got you Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on a chain.
Nice one. Oh man,
Valet, Tony Joe.
that
The
was
song lives on.
that was awesome. Almost brought a tear to my eye. That sweet little number. Well, thank you, Nigel. How cool was that? You did it.
My fears are gone.
61 episodes. We get to 62. Boom.
Boom.
Acoustic.
We get the
It's kinda
acoustics
good.
out. I think that will A, improve my playing. B, it sounds
Absolutely.
great. I love the sound of the two of them together. And I got to play a $5,000 guitar. So that's a magnificent
fun.
episode.
Speaking of expensive guitars,
Yep.
I may have a treat this afternoon, but it won't be live.
No.
I might broadcast some stuff a bit later.
Let's not jinx it.
Let's not jinx it.
No,
Let's
no,
not
I've
jinx
got a
it.
treat tonight.
I think I might have jinxed it.
I've got a big treat tonight. I'm
where are
going
you
to
off
see
to?
my old country mate, Don McGlashan.
Yes. How much is it? He's from New Zealand.
How image is it? He's playing at the Toff tonight. He's one of my absolute 80s heroes. Plays the French horn, the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar, almost everything. Brings them together in the most incredible show, loops them all up, and just plays his greatest hits from the front lawn, from Dominion Road by the Mutton Birds.
Still tickets to get in, or is it sold out?
I doubt there's any tickets left, but you could check them out.
Very popular man.
Tonight at 7:30, and I just cannot wait. Saw him 2 years ago. This is the highlight of my week.
Cool, man. Well, you enjoy that. That sounds cool. At the Toff in Town here in Melbourne.
Great venue.
Very nice venue. Very classy indeed. I think we're out of here. I got a lesson on. Thanks for watching,
let's
everyone.
do it. Cheers.
I will see you later.
See you next week.
Bye, 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 bye.